Hello again, this is Reverend Sean over the Center Path, and we're going over one more time another part to this, which is the Bhava Chakra or the Wheel of Samsara. And we've already done kind of the center, so you can look back at that one that's right here in the middle. I'll show you this one. That's those three poisons. Then we had rising karma and decreasing karma, if you will. And today we're going to go over right through here, the very first part of the bigger part of the wheel, the outer part of the wheel, which is called the chain of dependent origination. So things that arise dependent on other things. So the first one we're going to go over, these are 12 spots along this whole wheel, which follow just like a clock, right? Clockwise. For the younger people, that means around that way, right? And this one here depicts a blind man. There's a blind man being shown where to go by someone who really doesn't know and can't explain it to him, because you have to see things for yourself. This is a main thing in Buddhism. This one here is called Avidyā. Vidya means knowledge. Avidya means without knowledge. And so this is about ignorance, being blind to what you need to see. That's really what it is. Now, it's not saying anything bad about blind people. It's a condition that, blind people can know just as much as everybody else. However, in this kind of thing that we're working on, we're looking at the ignorance of the way things are. And so the development of that through the Eightfold Path, right action and right mental states and right concentration, etc., will help us go past this. Okay, go past this kind of thing which is, causing us trouble. We're blind to seeing what really is out there. Now, this one too is more related as well to the three signs of existence, which is going to be suffering itself, impermanence, and what was it? Impermanence, suffering, and non-self. I don't know why I always forget those ones, but non-self probably because I'm really attached to myself. Which that's the Natalakkhana Sutra, right? So that's the very first sutra that the Buddha professed to his friends, right? He says, "I am not. This is not myself. My body is not myself. My mind is not myself. My thoughts are not myself. My consciousness, my mental formations are not myself. So then what am I? I am an aggregate. An aggregate is like all the ingredients in a fruitcake, right? All the different things in there make up what I am. Now that's impermanent, constantly in flux, constantly in change. For example, today I took some medicines that I need to take, and they've increased some doses and changed some doses. So my chemistry is different. So that's not me like I was yesterday. Also, I have different ideas and different concepts and different things that I've worked on. That's also not me now, right? So we change, and as we start to try and see things as they are, we'll lose some of that ignorance, okay, and some of that trouble that we go through in this one here. Now, as we go out through here, we see that there's so many that are attached to it, right? The second one here shows a man making a little pot, and I will talk about that one in the next video. And these ones here, this is the end, so it kind of like ends in this way, and then you should go to basically, this is a guy, interesting one. They're carrying a body to be devoured by birds. This is a sky burial one. So this is definitely, like we said before, this is a Tibetan esque version of this, right? But it's a really good way to explain it, because once we understand some of those cultural and different things. Now, going back to our little friend here that is blind on the trail, trying to find the way, right? Trying to see things as they are. Can't see things they are. Other people point to you, but you don't see it that way. You can't, right? This guy may know where to go. He may be a saint or maybe someone, but the only way to go is through that creating of something, creating your own way, creating something for yourself, which is this one here. And remember, we have Mara or Yama up the top there, turning the wheel. And so I just wanted to go over each one of these sections independently with you, so we get an understanding. And as we understand, we'll understand the different pieces of it. This, remember, is a pictograph, so we understand the story of the practice of Buddhism. That's what this whole thing is, right? And so this one, if we start to understand each one of the little pictures, we'll understand more about the way that Buddhism is supposed to be practiced a little bit, and the thought process behind at least this form, which is more of a kind of a pure land Mahayana. It's definitely Mahayana and Vajrayana. All right, Vajrayana is Tibetan, Nepali, those areas, Mongolian and stuff like that. And even some Japanese stuff tend to follow this exact same poster. Right? Not exactly the same. They've changed it over the years. There's a really cool one for the new like modern things, and I was looking up some stuff on that. And in the blind one, it did show someone blind again, but it showed them stuck to their phone, which is pretty funny. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, and don't forget to subscribe at the bottom, right? Subscribe, and you can look back, and I've named these in order. So we do step 1, step 2, step 3 of the Wheel of Samsara Tanka. That's what this is. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Take good care of yourself. We will talk to you soon.